You never get the luxury of choosing your draw in professional tennis. But if you ask Novac Jokovic privately, deep down, in the most honest part of his competitive soul, who he would rather face, Carlos Alcaraz or Jannik Sinner, the answer would be clear. Djokovic would take Alcaraz every single time, not out of disrespect, but out of understanding. Novak thrives on confrontation. He wants to feel your best punch land. He wants to test whether it hurts. Once he realizes he can absorb it, that's when the real damage begins. He doesn't just beat you, he dismantles you emotionally. It's ruthless, almost theatrical. It's like he doesn't stop at beating you. He wants to conquer everything connected to you, your confidence, your belief, your resolve, and that's what made Alcaraz's breakthrough victory over Djokovic all the more astonishing. I've played Novak on that court. I know how suffocating he can be. To beat him there, especially as a teenager, was extraordinary. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. As the men's tour steps into 2026, tennis finds itself in the middle of its first truly sustained generational rivalry since the twilight of the Big Three era. Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal are now retired, and while Novak Jokovic continues to compete at an elite level, the spotlight has shifted. Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz have emerged not just as successors, but as dominant forces shaping the present. In 2025, the two of them split all 4 Grand Slam titles, a level of shared dominance rarely seen in the Open era. Yet beneath the headlines lies a deeper discussion about durability, styles, psychology, and evolution. Carlos Alcaraz closed out 2025 with multiple major titles and reclaimed the world #1 ranking. When healthy, he may be the most complete athlete the sport has ever seen. Power, speed, creativity, and touch all exist in one body. Players on tour openly admit that when Alcaraz is fully locked in, there are moments where he feels untouchable. His fast-twitch explosiveness is on another level entirely. In tennis, real power and control come from how long the ball stays on the strings. It doesn't matter if you swing like Nadal, whip through the ball, or roll it with heavy topspin. Those microseconds of contact are everything. They give you more power, more accuracy, and more disguise. Alcaraz lives in those margins. Combine that with outrageous athleticism, and you get a player who can improvise at full speed without losing balance or intent. For most players, taking the ball early like Djokovic or Alcaraz does ties your hands to your feet. Once you commit, your movement freezes. You need perfect footwork just to survive. But these guys are different. Their feet never stop. Simplifying Alcaraz's game hasn't taken away his aggression. His shot selection feels calmer, more repeatable, and far less prone to sudden breakdowns. Looking ahead to 2026, Alcaraz has clear motivation. The Australian Open remains the only Grand Slam missing from his resume, and the hunger to complete a career Grand Slam is obvious. Meanwhile, Djokovic, now 38, reached all 4 Grand Slam semifinals in 2025, a remarkable achievement at that age. He didn't lift a major trophy, but he proved he still belongs at the top. The challenge is that Sinner and Alcaraz bring relentless youth, pace, and physicality. Djokovic may no longer match their raw speed, but his tactical intelligence remains unmatched. The question surrounding Djokovic in 2026 isn't whether he can win another Grand Slam, it's how. Even Novak himself has admitted how difficult it is to beat Sinner and Alcaraz over 5 sets. He's spoken openly about rebuilding his body in the off-season, strengthening himself for the grind. He may not enter tournaments as the favorite anymore, but writing him off would be reckless. Experience still matters, especially when pressure peaks. Djokovic's competitive psyche has always fascinated me. He's like a boxer who wants to feel leather on his face early. He invites you to attack. He absorbs it. Then he locks everything down. Rally by rally, he frustrates you. When the score stays close, he almost gets annoyed. And that's when he shifts gears. Suddenly, defense turns into offense. The opponent goes from hitting winners to needing 5 winners per point to hitting none at all. That's when panic sets in. That's when matches slip away. Djokovic doesn't just win, he breaks belief. But here's the danger for Novak now. The players across the net can throw punches too. Facing Sinner or Alcaraz is like trying to rope a dope, a prime Mike Tyson. There's no guarantee you survive long enough for the plan to work. This rivalry defines the modern era. Sinner's precision and suffocating consistency clash beautifully with Alcaraz's flair and chaos. They trade world #1 rankings and dominate the biggest events, leaving little room for the rest of the field. Their matches are electric, unpredictable, high quality, and emotionally charged. Recent head-to-head results show a shift. Sinner has gained the upper hand against Jokovic, winning 4 of their last 5 meetings. It feels like the generational handoff is finally happening. Alcaraz poses a different challenge. His speed, variety, and unpredictability stretch Jokovic in ways few players ever have. There's a growing belief that if both Sinner and Alcaraz stay healthy, they could split or even sweep the major titles in 2026. Yet when draws are released, players still scan for the same name. Novac Jokovic doesn't feel like history. He feels immediate. Sinner, meanwhile, applies pressure quietly. His movement is economical. No wasted steps, no theatrics. He arrives early, controls space, and slowly removes options. Players don't lose confidence suddenly against him. They lose it gradually, rally by rally, until the court feels impossibly small. If Novak had to choose, he'd still prefer Alcaraz. There's variance there. Alcaraz rides emotional waves. His ball sits up higher, giving Novak chances to step in and attack downhill. Against Sinner, there's no air. No hesitation, no breathing room. His offense comes relentlessly from both wings, left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't matter. Sinner plays to knock you down immediately. Djokovic's instinct has always been to lock things down first. For Novak to win now, he may need to flip the script and play offense-first tennis, something we rarely saw from the big three, because they almost never beat themselves. Djokovic built his legacy by eliminating uncertainty. He closed doors, he controlled chaos, but this new generation thrives in it. Roger Federer himself has hinted at this shift. Watching Alcaraz, he doesn't see patterns being enforced, he sees them being shattered. Creativity over safety, imagination over inevitability, and somehow, it works. This is the new era. You have Alcaraz, you have Sinner, and you still have Novak chasing history. Number 8, maybe number 25. Alcaraz's French Open victory was unforgettable. That 5-set win over Djokovic was legendary. And Sinner's steady progression over the past few years has been just as impressive. If things continue this way, we're going to see these two collide again and again, and tennis will be better for it. Generations rise faster than we expect. One moment you're defining the sport, the next you're defending your place in it. The debate isn't over. So let us know who truly defines this era of tennis.